friends. Is this a new corner? Yes. But that's not important right now. What is important is that this video was a whole ass nightmare to make. I don't know if there's gonna be more traffic noises, because again, this is a new corner, so there might be, I don't know. All these other YouTubers think they're so cool with their little beefs. Well, I'm beefing with a corporation. Alright? I'm beefing with Nickelodeon. I think that they're better than me because I have subscribers. YouTube doesn't want you to see this. Viacom doesn't want you to see this. My own hard drive doesn't want you to see this. Before you watch this, you should watch the other video. It's like 3 minutes long. I'll put it somewhere. If you're not going to, the gist is I tried to make a commentary video about a Nickelodeon movie, and then YouTube was like, you cannot do that. No one will see this. And I was gonna throw it away. You know, I said, it's been too long, I've worked on it too long already, I was gonna scrap the video, and then something inside me, something small said, no, we need revenge. So, to spite YouTube and Viacom, I reshot all the scenes I was going to use in my original commentary video. It's just me and a green screen, and some of their actual lines, but don't tell them that. Because they were just too good to change, okay? They were hilarious. So just prepare yourselves, okay? Because this is a commentary video where the movie is also me. And just to clarify, I recorded the commentary part when I thought you could see segments of the movie. So I'm not just commentating on me. And another thing I want you to be aware of is that I tried to make this as close to the movie as I could. So the zooms were there, and the other parts, there's a few instances where I made some extra jokes because they were funny. But other than that, you're basically watching the movie, but just I play all the parts. And sometimes there's pictures because I can't do everything with green screen. Okay. I think I lost my mind. Okay, I just wanted to get that out there before you got into it and you didn't understand what you were watching. So, to the original intro, I guess. Hello friends, welcome back to The Corner. Today, I want to talk about an old but delightful television show from my childhood and many of our childhoods.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. I watched this show somewhere around 7 or 8 years old, and I loved it, and I wanted to be on it, to conquer the Hidden Temple. However, upon research for this video, I realized that that would never be possible because all 3 seasons aired before I was even born. Syndication. To summarize this show, in case you've never seen it, or you just have forgotten about it, Legends of the Hidden Temple was a TV game show for kids that aired on Nickelodeon from 1993 to 1995, in which 6 teams made up of 2 kids each would compete in physical challenges and trivia challenges. They would compete in these challenges in order to become the last team standing and have a chance at winning the ultimate prize by running through the temple and putting together the silver monkey, which was notoriously hard to do. That will come into play later. The ultimate prize was normally like a vacation package.
You'll both be going to Cayman Islands! You'll both be going to the Pink Shell Resort! You're not gonna go away empty-handed. We got a great gift for him, and here's what it is.
Skechers footwear, makers of fun, exciting, cool shoes. Looney Tune watches by Armatron. Nerds brand candy.
A real mountain bike!
Laramie Super Soaker XXT 275 and 175.
Pure compact disc sound from the Slim Bangabouts portable CD player.
Now, what I actually want to talk about today is not the 1990s game show, but the 2016 movie inspired by the game show of the same name. Despite this movie being released 5 years ago, I had no idea that it existed until a few weeks ago. So this might be old news to you. Or maybe, like me, in your adulthood, you have no idea what's going on with Nickelodeon. But this movie exists, and I watched it. Several times. So without further ado, let's get into Legends of the Hidden Temple, the movie. My brother Noah is obsessed with all this nerdy stuff about temples filled with kings and warriors and an ancient civilization that needs help. Blah, blah, blah. So that's why we're here at Hidden Temple Park. What a vacation. This movie is only like a little over an hour long, so they really have to establish the family quickly. We have older sister Sadie, who doesn't want to be there because teenager. Then we have middle child Noah, who is obsessed with and believes in the legends surrounding the temple. And of course, youngest sibling Dudley, who could have never existed in this movie, and it would have made no difference. So the neglectful parents go to the spa on the family vacation, so that child shenanigans can happen. And the kids are off to a tour led by none other than Kirk Fogg, the original host of the show. He's playing himself, it's kind of fun. Legend has it that these doors can only be opened by the magical pendant of life. But you're in luck, because I happen to have some right over here! Yeah! Bah! And then I throw pendants into the audience. Me, Kirk Fogg! Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll pick up right where we left off. And we'll do it right after lunch. Pretty quickly, Noah finds out that the tour is lame. I mean, they hand out fake medallions. No one else believes in the legends. So he's pretty bummed out until he has a one-on-one talk with tour leader Kirk Fogg. It is pretty cool to have a pendant that's broken in half like the real one's supposed to be. Wait. Have you been inside the temple? Once. Briefly. I could have stayed, but I'm a coward, I guess. And that'll make sense later when you're in the temple. What? What? Noah finds out that Kirk does believe in the legends because he's actually been in the temple, and he found a map in there that he gives to Noah that will eventually lead him and his siblings into the temple. So Noah gets himself into a restricted area. Sadie chases after him. No, Mom and Dad left me in charge. What I say goes, and I'm putting my foot down. And they fall through a trap door. It's crazy. Now, there are several things wrong with this fall. First, and most obviously, Sadie here is holding a cell phone in her hand, and they fall straight down. So it should fall with them, but instead, it just winds up neatly on the side of the hole. And the other problem is that she's the only one with a phone. Why don't the other two kids have phones? I'm not saying they have to have iPhones, but at least like a track phone to call your parents. In case something goes wrong, like you fall down a trap door and break both your legs. Oh, none of their legs are broken. No one breaks their legs. What? Holy moly! It's the steps of knowledge. Steps of knowledge are from the show. That's where the contestants would do trivia.
Teams, you are now standing on the steps of knowledge.
So that's fun. It's just a green monkey. The green monkeys from the show. I'll mention it now because it's gonna come up more. All of the teams on the game show were named as a color and an animal. So like green monkeys, purple parrots, red jaguars.
The blue barracudas, the orange iguanas, the silver snakes.
And all of those animals come up in this movie, and they're all those colors. Which doesn't really make sense, but it's from the game show. So it's a fun reference. And then Dudley drops a bomb on us. Ah, it's angry and it's green and angry. Calm down. He's introducing himself. His name's Mikey. Dudley, you can't speak monkey. Actually, I can. Millipede, monkey, and a little mouse. What? This is never explained. And it's not a one-off joke either. He talks to the monkey through the whole movie, so I guess he's just like a little Dr. Dolittle, and that's just Dudley. No one talks about it. The other thing he brings up here is that he refuses to learn snake because snakes scare me more than anything else in the world. Just remember that for later. Keep that up here. Who the heck are you guys? Noah, Sadie, and, Dudley. I'm Olmec, keeper of the hidden temple. Then Sadie tries to find her way out via climbing a rock, but it's not a rock. No. It's Olmec, like from the game show. Olmec is a head statue that would tell players the rules and the legends and stuff, and he basically serves that purpose here as well. The Olmec? Like, King Olmec? Yeah, dumbass. We were once a thriving civilization. So Olmec tells them a little tale, and we get a flashback of it. Basically, Olmec was gonna retire, and his good son Zuma was gonna take the throne and the magical pendant. But his evil son Thak, he didn't like that. So he attacked everyone with the help of temple guards. Like from the show. Then amidst the fighting, the magic pendant gets split in half, and each brother gets a piece, and Olmec's like, fuck this shit, I'm just gonna turn everyone to stone with the magic powers that I have. And then everyone turns to stone. And I guess he just left it to chance that someone would come around eventually to unite the pendants and free them? Which is like kind of ballsy, isn't it? Once you put the pendant together, you get 3 minutes to bring it back to me, and if you don't, you'll be trapped here forever. They get 3 minutes to run the temple. Like in the game show. So the kids are arguing about whether or not they're gonna try to unite the pendants, and then they fall down the stairs. Go ahead! I don't even care about you. I'm gonna go. I don't even care what you say. I wanna go too! Wait, stop it! And then they have to, because the only way to get out is to unite the pendants. So the kids get to their first room where they have to use vines to swing to a landing in the middle of the room, and Sadie bravely steps up and kind of takes charge for her brothers, and they're gonna swing across the— No! Oh my god, they can't do that. You're taking kids with random levels of athleticism and they're supposed to hold on to ropes one-handed, and oh, they don't. They fall even farther this time, leading me to believe that they are gods, and capable of dying. So what even are the stakes anymore? So they fall into the pit of despair, and this thing's got everything. Booby traps, skeletons, a red jaguar. It looks like a red jaguar. Like the game show, except if you got a keen eye, you might be able to tell that that's not a jaguar. It's a mountain lion, or a cougar. It has many names, but jaguar isn't one of them. Then the kids figure out that they can use the booby traps to escape, and so they do. The next room is the quicksand room that they get past by sheer luck that Noah hits the right button to drain the pit. Just do something! Press another button! Yes, it's working! And thank God, because otherwise they probably would have been fine. I think they're invincible. Then they enter the room of the ancient warriors, and Dudley gets so scared by an orange iguana, another team from the show, that he runs into the very stone Thak that is holding the first half of the pendant, which is pretty lucky given the fact that it basically blends in with all of the other stone, and that could have taken them hours to find. So they rip the pendant out of his hand and accidentally release the temple guards from their stone prisons. What's going on? It must be this half of the pendant's power. Not enough for the whole temple, but enough. Enough to do what? Run! Thak and the rest of his goons come back, like, almost entirely unfazed. Like, I imagine this is similar to anesthesia, where to the people who were stoned, no time has passed at all, so shouldn't they be more confused? They just chase right after them, like they knew kids from the 21st century were gonna find the pendant. Did they know that? It would be like if I went under for surgery, and when I woke up, instead of seeing my parents or a doctor, I saw a Batman dressed as an astronaut. Like, you would be confused. Yeah, that's right, I have the pendant now, come and get it! So Sadie takes the pendant and runs the opposite way from her brothers to protect them. Which is nice and all, but shouldn't she have, like, pretended to have the pendant and left it with them? Like a fake handoff? Because, like, they need the pendant to get out. I mean, it doesn't matter. They all escape the guards and they get out fine. Sadie, how did we lose you? I didn't want Thack hurting you, so I ran into the other tunnel. Why? So he would chase you instead of us? Actually, yeah. It worked. Her master plan worked. And now they're outside and home free. Except they're not. They're still trapped. As shown by a purple parrot from the game show. Now, this is one of my favorite scenes because they're supposed to be in a river that's flowing to a waterfall nearby. Whoa! That's the biggest waterfall I've ever seen! But they're in completely stagnant water. But hey, that's just a little movie magic for you. Blue barracudas, like from the game show, start picking people off. But don't worry, the kids get across just fine, and they send a temple guard right down that waterfall. It's just right there. Was that your plan? Nope. Let's go. So then they go inside of a different temple, I guess. I don't know, it's never really explained, but they get back inside and they enter Medusa's lair. Snakes! They're everywhere! Retreat! Retreat! Meaning they have to deal with snakes, the thing that Dudley is afraid of. So Sadie and Noah get trapped, and Dudley has to save his siblings despite his fear. Is what I wanted and expected to have happen. But no, Dudley just cowers in fear in the corner, and Sadie and Noah barely have a hard time getting the snakes back into Medusa's hair, which is the point of the room. So just no character growth there. Just a pretty useless scene. With some pretty fun effects though, so not entirely useless. I believe this was a real room in the game. I think that they all were. Obviously, they're not. You weren't supposed to put snakes in her hair, I don't think, but I think it's a real room. I'll check that in post, because I don't know for sure, and I don't want to look it up now. So the snake spits out a key, and they're on to the next room. This room contains the Shrine of the Silver Monkey, and probably the best joke of the movie. We just have to put this monkey together. That's it? What's the catch? There's no catch, it's just these 3 pieces. See, this 3-piece puzzle was notoriously difficult for contestants on the game show to put together for seemingly no reason.
You gotta get the base first, you gotta get the base. You gotta turn that monkey around. Still got a few seconds. She's got it on, no! She's having trouble in the Shrine of the Silver Monkey. Having a little problem with the monkey.
And the movie makes fun of that. The thing about it is I kind of wished that they had given a reason for it, like the room was like laced with something or there was some kind of curse on the monkey. Like I wanted there to be a reason that it was so hard to put together, but I guess that would counteract the joke of the show, which is that there is no reason. Kids just have a hard time putting it together. No, we tried that already. Stop yelling at me. Well, if it's so easy, why don't you do it? I don't get it. Is it a joke or does he talk to the monkey? I don't get it. Meanwhile, the parents find out that their kids are missing and the police start searching for them and they valiantly shout at the temple. Sadie! Noah! Dudley! Kids! Shout if you can hear us! The worst parents. Back to the Shrine of the Silver Monkey, I guess the kids spend like all night in there. The shrine's that hard to put together. I was so busy trying to prove that the legends were real that I trapped us here. And it's all my fault. Hey. Yeah. But I believe you now. You were right. This is nice and all, but they didn't have to get stuck in there for her to believe him. Before the steps and the no return policy, a head statue talked to them. So like that would do it. Right? Hey, I just realized that's backwards. It should be like this. So, Dudley's a plot device. Finally they enter the treasure room. The other half of the pendant, it's right there. Right, but what do we do about these floating steps that seem to sink every time we step on them? And the kids figure out that in this room, the only platforms that don't sink are the ones that have symbols representing animals on them. And by learning that, they get across to the other side, to Zuma, and they get the second half of the pendant. Zuma? I don't know why they're surprised when Zuma is released from the stone. They already did this with Thak. They shouldn't be surprised. Also, why is Zuma confused but Thak wasn't? Zuma's like, huh? What's all this? The police bring in a bomb expert to try and blow the doors off of the temple because their jackhammers aren't working because of the magic. And the bomb expert is Rich the doctor from Community. And that is my favorite thing about this movie. Look, I don't want you to worry about your kids, alright? They're in good hands. My hands. So Thak finds them again with a couple other temple guards, and I thought that they were dead. I thought the blue barracudas ate them. I don't know how they got here. I mean, we knew that they were gonna get here, but like, I don't know how. And that's why we're here, to put the halves back together and save your ass. And what about Thak? So Thak finds them again and straight up darts his brother in the neck. But good news, it's a sleepy dart. Which doesn't really make sense because Thak is evil and wants to kill his brother. But it's a kid's movie. So whatever. Hey Thak! How about I throw the pendants down this never-ending fall? By the stones, the floating ones that we used to get over here, you remember?
Yeah, you think you're a hotshot? You think you're a big man? Well, if you do that, then I'll throw your sister down there, huh? How's that?
No! Noah, don't give him the pendant. If you do, it'll all be for nothing. But Sadie, for once in your life, please listen to me. Sadie the sitter? No. Sadie, your sister. This would be a really touching sibling moment if I hadn't already seen these kids take massive falls. Like, just drop her, she's gonna be fine. I don't think she can die.
Oh, fine.
No, wait! I can't let him hurt you. Take him.
That's what I thought. Yeah, give me those. Give me.
Now you think these kids are defeated and that Thak won and he's gonna run this Mayan temple into the ground. But guess what? Noah pulled the old switcheroo on us and he gave Thak that broken pendant that he got at the beginning of the movie. Pretty smart. Clever. Alright, 3 minutes and counting. The countdown clock looks like the clock from the show. And the kids, they always got 3 minutes to run the temple, so it's like from the show. Then Noah starts his temple run to get the pendant back to Olmec, and he's wearing the green monkey outfit with the helmet and everything, like in the game show! They did it. Did what? Saved an entire civilization. And he does it! Noah saves the Mayan people. And everyone's so happy to be back. Like almost too happy. Like they've been conscious for the hundreds of years that they were stone? Horrifying implications. And Noah places the magic pendant onto Zuma, and now he is the king, and the kids reunite with their parents. Noah has now convinced everyone that the legends were real, and then everyone laughs at Dudley saying that he can talk to Mikey the monkey. Why is that still so unbelievable to this family? Their 3 kids just broke an ancient curse. But when Dudley's like, hey, I talk to monkeys, everyone's like, what a wacky kid. Some consistency, maybe. I don't know. Then Kirk, Fogg, and Noah share a moment. It's kind of weird. It's like, is Kirk Fogg gonna live with the Mayan people now? Or... I don't know what it implies. It feels like they tried to set up 2 different sequels, like the Space Camp adventure. Hey guys, I just wanted to apologize for almost blowing up your kids. To make up for it though, I've got tickets to Space Camp. You know, sounds pretty adventurous. Wink wink. Or the second Hidden Temple adventure. I want to pick next year's vacation because I deserve it. And I pick here because despite hating it at the beginning, it's been pretty adventurous. Wink wink. There is no sequel, which is disappointing because I'd watch the crap out of that. And then they have this fun scene where Kirk, he knocks over the silver monkey statue, and then him and Zuma have to try to put it back together. But they can't do it because it's so hard. Anyway, that's it. That's the movie. Now it's time for the outro. All in all, I think it's a pretty fun movie. And it's, it's good for kids. Although I truly don't know if anyone within the age range to watch this would have ever seen the game show or get the references to it. And I also don't know if it matters. Maybe you don't have to have seen the game show or get the references to enjoy the movie. I don't know. I don't have all the answers. But what I do have is this little tiny pendant. Anyway, guys, hope you all have a really cool day, and bye. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed whatever this was. You can check out my Instagram for some behind-the-scenes footage of me losing my mind trying to make this. Feel free to like and subscribe. If you liked whatever this thing was, then you'll probably like my other videos, too. Okay, bye-bye.